Welcome to another video. We are going to be doing a 20-minute feel-good flow to help you to feel relaxed and ready to take on your day ahead. All you will need is your mat. If you're ready, let's begin. Okay, we're going to start in Balasana, which is butterfly pose. So bring the soles of your feet together and we're going to make our way down to the mat. So this is reclined Balasana pose. I'd like you to place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly. And we're just going to start to slow down and settle into our breath. Start to draw your awareness to your breath, noticing as you inhale and exhale through your nose. Allow your lips to be closed with a small gap between your teeth, releasing any tension in your jaw. As you inhale, I want you to start to breathe a bit deeper into your right hand, allowing your belly to blow up like a balloon. And then as you exhale, releasing all the air and allowing your belly to draw in to your tummy, to your spine. Inhaling fully and exhaling fully in this deep belly breath. Take a few deep, intentional belly breaths in your own time. Maybe you can begin to notice your heart under your left hand. The longer and slower your breaths, the more you may notice your heart begin to slower too, as we tap into our parasympathetic nervous system, our restful nervous system. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Deep and energizing, and then allow your hands to fall wherever they relax. Maybe using them to help to draw your knees up to the sky, feet into the mat, and give yourself a hug. Drawing your knees into your chest, maybe rocking gently side to side, massaging your lower back. And then placing both hands under each knee, let's start to rock gently through our back and start to build up enough momentum to rock all the way up to a seated position. From here we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Fingers are spread wide on the mat, shoulders are stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. We're just going to start to circle our wrists here, moving one way and then changing directions to go the other way. And then find stillness. We're going to cat-cow. So as you inhale, belly to the mat, crown and tailbone to the sky. Exhale, round through crown and tailbone to the mat. Inhale, crown and tailbone to the sky. Exhale, rounding through tail and tailbone and crown to the mat. Continue this with your own breath for a few more rounds. Maybe you'd like to modify and take any kind of movements that feel good in your body right now, whether that's circling round through your hips. And then we're going to tuck under our toes, send our hips up and come into our downward facing dog. You may wish to pedal out your legs or just rest in stillness. Fingers are spread wide, pushing into the mat. Heels draw towards the mat and chest draws towards your knees. Neck is relaxed, gazing through your legs. Inhaling and exhaling fully. One more breath here. Then coming to the front of the mat, stepping or walking, inhaling up halfway, exhaling forward fold, bend through your knees, push through your feet, inhale all the way up to stand, palms together, exhale, hands down by your side. Maybe I should take my socks off. It's been a bit chilly, which is why I had my socks on, but I'm warmed up a little bit. Right. Standing nice and tall in Tadasana, mountain pose, pressing your feet into the mat, thighs engaged, stomach and bottom hugging in, shoulders are open, crown is lifted. Take a few breaths here, inhaling and exhaling fully. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. Maybe you're doing this to feel more relaxed and reduce stress. Or maybe you just want to bring in some movement to your body. On your next inhale, blink your eyes open and reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step your right leg back, lower your knee, uncurl your toe. Inhale, up into your half crescent. Exhale, sink through your hips. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Feel your fingers drawing up to the sky, energized. Shoulders are away from your ears. Inhale, exhale, hands to the mat, curl under your toe. Step forward and change so your left foot steps back. Lower your knee, uncurl your toe. Inhale, reach up, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, sink in to your hips. Heart is open, your fingertips are drawing up, your shoulders are drawing away. Feel that dynamic traction. Inhale, exhale, hands to the mat. Let's step back into plank. Take a breath here. Lower belly hugging in. On your next exhale, lower your knees, chin and chest to the mat. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, inhale and exhale fully. And again, inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, lift up your right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees as you step it to the front of your mat. We're going to inhale, push all the way up to high crescent this time. Exhale, sink into this posture. We're going to open up into warrior two. So our shoulders and our hips are towards the long edge of our mat. Our fingers are pointing away from each other. Our front knees open and we're sinking into our hips. Our back foot is grounded. Both toes are facing to the front, but the back are at a 45-degree angle. Inhale and exhale. Turning to the front now, warrior one, you may wish to bring that leg in slightly, and so your feet are hip width apart. Reaching your hands up to the sky again. Inhale strong, exhale your hands to your heart. We're going to be stepping forward, coming into warrior three. So putting the weight into your front leg, step forward and see if you can hinge forward at your hips into warrior three. We're taking a breath here, challenging our balance. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Inhale, and on your exhale, lower back into your warrior two pose. Fingertips reaching away, shoulders are relaxed and away from our ears. We're going to lower our right elbow to right knee and reach over into our extended side angle. Your whole left arm and leg should be in one line, and you're gazing up at your hand if your neck allows. From here, coming back up into warrior two, and then lowering our hands to the mat. Let's step back into our plank and find our flow. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Exhale halfway into a push-up, flip your toes. Inhale to your upward facing dog, keeping your knees and your thighs off the mat. Shoulders are away from your ears. Exhale, Push back into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Feel free to paddle out your legs, or you can rest here in stillness. Lower belly drawing in, pushing your hands into the mat as your chest moves towards your shins. On your next inhale, 3-legged dog, left leg into the sky. Bend your knees, draw your knee into your chest as you step that foot forward. Inhale up to your high crescent. We're going to exhale, open out into our warrior 2. On the other side, fingertips are drawing away from each other. Tailbone is down to the floor. Arms are in line and you're gazing at your front middle finger. Hips and shoulders are square to the long edge of your mat. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Coming into warrior 1, bringing that right foot slightly out and maybe slightly forward, arms up. Hips are now square to the front edge of your mat. And we're going to inhale and exhale, hands to your heart. Preparing, putting more weight into your front leg. We're going to come forward into our warrior 2. Inhale, weight into your left leg, hinging forward, keeping your hips square to the mat. Taking a breath here. Inhale and exhale, lowering your foot back to the mat, opening up into warrior 2. Exhale, sinking in a bit more, keeping that front knee open. Let's lower our left elbow to our left knee, reach that right arm up and over, extended side angle. Our whole right body is in a right line. Your fingertips are reaching away from your foot and the outside of your right foot is drawing into the mat. On your next inhale, back into warrior 2. Exhale, hands to the mat. Let's step back into plank. Find your flow, knees, chest, chin, full chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. And just take a breath here. Inhale and exhale fully. On your next inhale, you're going to step or jump to the front of your mat. Feet on the outside of your hands and just lower into our malasana. Hands in your heart center. Try and open up your knees, opening up your heart. Taking another breath here. We're going to lower our left hand, reach our right hand up, gentle twist. Inhale and exhale. Release both hands to the mat. Reach up with your left hand, right hand to the mat. Inhale and exhale. Going to slowly lower our bottom to the mat. And we'll come back into balasana, seated this time. Soles of our feet are together. Thumbs inside on the soles of our feet, fingertips on the outside. Let's open our feet like a book, encouraging our knees open. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, feel your spine grow longer. As you exhale, hinge more at your hips. Try this a few more times, seeing if you can sink lower with every exhale. Well done. On your next inhale, coming up, nice tall spine. We're going to make our way into boat pose, Navasana. So, sitting up, nice and tall on our sit bones, feet in front. As you inhale, lean back as you tuck your hands under your knees. See if you can float your toes up. See if you can gradually engage your core more and more until you're in boat pose. Release your hands. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And again 2. Inhale and exhale. 3, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come into low boat. Slowly, slowly. Hold for a breath. And then release. I'm just gonna shuffle down so my head's not in the grass again. Okay, just draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice hug. And we're going to finish as we started. You're welcome to join me in Balasana again. This time we'll have our arms out to the side. If this is a bit too much for your knees, your hips or your back, just bend your knees, have your feet into the mat, about mat width apart, and just allow your knees to fall in. But if you'd like to join me in Balasana, join me here, and we're going to have our arms out wide. And we're just going to stay here for a few moments. Notice our breath in this mindful relaxation. I'm going to leave you here for a few moments now. You can stay here or extend your legs into a full Shavasana. And when it's time, I'll gently lead you back to the practice. Let's start to take a few more energizing breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Maybe bringing some movement to our fingers and our toes, circling wrists and ankles. Feet together, reaching out long, arms stretching overhead. Exhale, drawing your knees into your chest, and just give yourself a rock. Slowly now, let's make our way onto our right hand side and just stay here for a moment, taking a breath here before we come back up into a comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed if you're able to. Allow your hands to fall down beside your hips. Reach your arms out and up, palms together overhead. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart center. Thanking yourself for practicing today. I thank you for joining me too. Bringing your thumb knuckles to your third eye, gently bow your head. Om Shanti. Thank you so much for joining me here on today's practice. I hope you can feel this practice feeling a bit lighter and good or great. And I post weekly videos, so I hope to see you next week. As always, take care.